Good afternoon, all of you. First of all, I would like to thank CA Sansar for giving me an opportunity to make the presentation. The topic that I've selected for my presentation is MS Excel. Back in 1980s, when the MS Excel was first introduced, nobody ever knew that it could help a common man like us in solving any problem, in solving such diversified problems that I must say. So for CAs like us, for professionals, whether in practice or in service, the knowledge of MS Excel is a must. So for today's presentation, I've selected 5 formulas which are very necessary for a professional to have knowledge about to work on any data given from any company. So let's take a look at these formulas. The first function is a text function. A text function converts a value to text in a specified format. Let's suppose we have this date function available to us. There are multiple dates written here in the format DD, MM, YY. For us to use any function like sum if, there should be a standard format. These data should be available in month. So the formula for this type to convert this type of data is a text function. Now select A3, which has the date, and then select comma. In the option format underscore text, write the option in double quotes MM M-YY. Now if I drag this to all the other entries, what this does is it provides me a basis so that I can consolidate my data using maybe sum if or pivot table, whatever I want. The next function is the trunc format. Now in certain data of companies, the values are shown as 0.485 or somewhere it is 0.3645. So if we want a common format where all the figures after point are same, what function can we use? The function for this is equals to trunc, trunc function. What bracket start, then we select the A2, the number for which we want this standard format, then we'll enter comma, then under number underscore digit we'll write how many points do we want, how many numbers do we want after the point. So let's suppose I write 3 here and then I'll close the bracket and then enter. Now if I drag down this option, all the numbers in this series will be up till 3 points only. So it's a very simple formula in case there is a large series of data and the function this does not work. So this is the trunc function and it works very well. Now on these similar lines there is another function called the fixed function. What the fixed function does is that it will also set a standard format for these numbers, but what it will do is that it will round off the last number. So in this case, if I enter is equals to fixed, select the number A2 in our case, then decimals, how many decimals do I want after point? Let's suppose I want 3 decimals. Then it asks me whether do I want comma or I do not want comma in the numbers. So let's suppose I write I do not want the commas, and then I'll enter. Then I'll enter the enter button. Now if I'll drag drop it, numbers will also show till 3 digits, but they will automatically, these numbers will automatically be rounded off to the next digit. Next function in the series is the concatenate function. Now in the given series there are multiple list of numbers. They can be the invoice numbers or the invoice numbers or bill numbers or anything, but then there are duplicate numbers also. What I need to do is, what my purpose of this function concatenate and where I can use this function is basically in systems like ERP and Navisions. If we have to get a printout of, let's say, a single file, a single bill number this, then this, and 2084-2084-605. What I can do is either I can get a printout of these numbers going to the system and getting a printout of each number. What the other option I have is, I'll just select all these numbers, go to data, remove duplicates from this series, enter OK. Now once the duplicates have been removed, what I'll do is I'll apply a concatenate function to it. Now what a concatenate function will do is it will provide me a list of all these numbers together in a single line at the end of the line, so that what I can do is I'll put the resultant line in the place where I want to get a printout of, and I can get these invoices in single digits together. So now how I'm going to do is, first I'm going to select this number, then I'll select this, then instead of this function I'll do is I'll enter is equals to, I'll write concatenate, and I'll select this number, I'll put a comma, then double inverted comma start, I'll put a slash here which is used in ERP Navision while the system detects this as two different numbers, so that the system can detect two different numbers are entered. Then I'll put a comma again, and then I'll put this number A3. Now I'll close the black bracket and press enter. Once I press enter, so you can see that this number has been selected and this and the A3 cell has been selected. Now I'll drag and drop this one, so I'll get the entire series here. I can clearly copy this number, copy this series and put it in my ERP or any software that I'm using and get a single sheet together. This has multiple uses, wherein in cases where I want to get employee data, let's suppose this is the employee data, employee code in a certain company, and I need the employee codes of only some employees. What I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this formula, and then at the end I can get data of only those employees that I'm interested in, instead of selecting each employee differently, which is much more time consuming. Another shortcut formula for the concatenate function is, I'll just write it here. First I'll just simply enter equals to and I'll select this cell. Then in the B3 column, what I'll do is I'll select equals to, I'll select B2, and then I'll enter and I'll enter double quote slash double quote again, double quote, and again, and this one. So it's a convenient formula. Instead of going for concatenate, I can also go for this one. This will also give me the same result, and it is much more easier than concatenate function. So the next function we have, there's a set of two functions that I've made. It is the rank function and the pivot table. So let's suppose in the given data we have multiple invoice numbers and there are multiple values, and I have to rank these values. Let's say these are the bills of certain parties, and I have to check which of these parties give us the maximum sale. I have to rank these invoice numbers based on the value or sales value generated. So what I can do is, first of all, I'll make a pivot table of these of the selected data. So I'll select this data, I'll go to insert, then enter pivot table. It says the create pivot table and choose the data that you want to analyze. I've selected the range A1 to B171. Now it says where do you want it to be placed. Do you want a new worksheet or do you want the existing worksheet? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the existing worksheet and I'm going to select the location where I want it. So let's suppose I say I want the position to be at E1. So once I've selected it, I'll write OK. So the system will show me the pivot table here. Now what I'll do is I'll select the bill number, which is all the bill numbers, and I'll select the amount. So now I have the consolidated amount. Let's suppose for the bill number 1735320, my bill amount comes out to be 3108343, which is correct. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rank these values, so that I know which party or which bill number is making the maximum profit, which is not even profit in this case, but which is making the maximum sales here. So what I'll do is I'll put a rank function here, plus I'll write is equals to rank. Now I can do average also, and I can put rank also. But the basic difference between average and rank is that if there are two values with the same amount, so the rank average will give me a better answer in that sense, because it will average the amounts in case there are duplicate of these. So I'll select the number, comma, I'll select the range, comma. Now it asks me whether I want it descending or ascending. Let's suppose I say I want it descending order. I'll close the bracket and I'll press enter. Now this is the rank 20. I'll drag this here to this option, and I have my all the ranks. Since there has been no amount which was same in this case, so there is no rank which is in points. If in case there was a value which was equal, the rank would have then changed. So this can help the person who's analyzing the data in many ways. You can actually summarize the data according to these. On that note, we come to an end to this presentation. These formulas are simple yet handy when the data is cumbersome and tricky. For professionals like us, it is important that we interpret the data in the most realistic way. So formulas such as rank can help us track not only the revenue but also the expenditure. I hope this presentation and these formulas will come handy to during your work also. Thank you.